It's a sad day, boys. I was flying out to the gold farm to fix my tools and fix my elytra over the lava lake, and my elytra broke. I don't think we're gonna get out of here. Let's hope. I'm pressing space. We're close to land. No. There goes 19 levels. Hello, everybody. It's your boy, ChrisChin, and welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play series. And so, starting out, we're over here in our... Oops, I'm stuck. We're over here in our wastelands, and that's because we really need to get some work done. So, off camera, I've been very busy, cleaning up our shulker boxes, and I'm probably thinking we're gonna go to the end and look for some more a little bit later in today's episode. But first things first, I want to actually get these sheep and put them into here. So what I went ahead and did is put together a little bit of an automatic sheep farm, and it's actually very simple. So if you come underground right here, I filled it up already so you can't really tell. But under this dispenser, there's a observer facing this grass block, and then it powers this block, which then powers the dispenser, and we'll put some shears in there, and then we're gonna move all our sheep in there too. And so when they eat the grass, it's going to automatically mine all their stuff, and then we're just going to throw a minecart on here so it picks up all the precious loot. And the reason that we want to do all of this is because we're going to need a lot of materials to finish this up, a lot of white materials specifically. So for today's episode, I really do plan on trying to at least finish up this courtyard. So we're going to add a very beautiful garden. We're gonna build a retention wall right here, and then the actual courtyard's gonna extend probably about this far. So yeah, it's a lot bigger than it seems like, and that's just because this big old hill's in the way. And then the actual castle, like the main big part of it, is going to start about right here, and it's gonna be like twice as tall as this thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of grinding. So we already actually have quite a few materials that we need, but we really need to focus on ways to farm up a bit more. So that's why we did the sheep farm. And then a couple episodes ago, I built a farm for this blue wood, this stuff right here. And it's just, I'm gonna need so much of it that I'm not thinking that it's a good idea using the one we have right now. So I might upgrade that. Maybe this episode, maybe a different one. We'll see what we get to today. But we're definitely going to be using a lot of white concrete powder. I think that looks magnificent. Can't speak, guys. And then a lot of diorite. So I got plenty of this. I don't think I'll need more, but just in case, I'm going to buy a ton of polished diorite from our fellas chilling down there. We have a couple of villagers locked up, doing our dirty work. And I know all the stocking can be a little bit unbearable, but last thing I want to mention is, you see that thing behind me? This thing over here. Oh, I didn't mean to click like that. This ugly old concrete farm. Yeah, so this was a mumbo jumbo design, and it works really well. You just place your concrete down and it instantly mines it all up. We can head up here real quick just so I show you. But it's just such an eyesore, and eventually I'm going to want to build a little village right over here where this wall kind of meets the edge of the castle. Build a magical, beautiful castle village. So this thing's gonna be in the way, and it's super ugly. So I'm going to actually move it. I'm not gonna just completely destroy it. I'm gonna move it over to the wastelands over there, because we don't really care what our farms look like over there. And then for this thing over here, this was our zoom and zoo that we built in one of our very first episodes. It's a redstone something that displays a bunch of random animals. in our zoo. So we'll probably keep the redstone down here and trying to incorporate it into a different build. But yeah, the rocks and the trees and the pond, they gotta go. So yeah, we got a lot laid out for today. Let's get to work. Well, you could say I've been putting in quite a bit of work. So I went ahead and cleaned out all my shulker boxes I had. So we got a lot chilling in here. And these are all empty right here. This is just trash that I can throw into the sorter. But over here, we got a lot of concrete, snow, acacia, some white concrete powder, and yeah, just a ton of junk that we're gonna need for the castle. And one of the big changes we took care of real quick was over here. We finally dug up what we're going to need to build this massive courtyard. So I decided it is going to end right about here where this cliff drops down. I think it'll be pretty good. And we're gonna build a grand old garden. But I do think that we are gonna take care of this big old mess right here. So I said I was gonna get rid of this ugly, concrete building, because eventually we do want to have like a magical looking village to go along with our castle, because it's gonna be huge. It's gonna look awesome, and a little village behind it will just accompany it super well. So I was thinking, let's go off with a bang. There we go. Boom, there we go. Well, it's a little bit sad to actually see that go. But yeah, I think the end result will be something we're a lot happier with. It's just going to be such an eyesore, and it's not going to match with the castle, so we had to get rid of it. And then we also got rid of our zoom and zoo over here. So we kept the little pond where the fishies jump out. You see? Oh, yeah, you can see them jumping out. I love that pond. And then we kept the redstone under here just because we can integrate this pretty easily into a different kind of build, whatever kind of village we build over here. Danger. There's danger up there. We can integrate this into anything we want. And also, I haven't kept this on because it was broken, and I actually figured out why it doesn't work anymore. So minecarts, if they have an entity in them, they're gonna weigh a different weight than an empty minecart. And so these empty ones where there's nothing in them, they would get stuck about halfway because they weren't heavy enough, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird little fact I watched. I just figured out watching a different person mess with entity weight in minecarts, and that's actually what's wrong with it. So we're gonna have to come through here and just bust those, and then it should fix them, or we can get some more animals in here. But yeah, we figured that out. And then over here, we went ahead and got rid of the orange. It wasn't in the time lapse just because I wanted to come through here very slowly and very carefully, because this involves TNT and stuff, and just break the blocks. But if you're not sure how this works, this is actually a mumbo jumbo design. I think I might be wrong, but who knows. Yeah, so the blast chamber blows up the concrete after it turns into transfers right here. I can't speak today. And I set this little thing up right here so we can fill these chests up. We can also do that, and then we just press a button, and so every time we press a button, place a block again, it's gonna keep shooting them out at you. I made that little thing myself, just a little addition. And so that's so we don't have to stand here and change stacks every time. And then also, if you want to AFK here, there's a little trick I used to do where you hit the full screen button like that, and it'd keep the right click button down, and it doesn't work anymore. But something I did find out is if you press F3 plus T, let go of your right mouse. All right, so I don't have any fingers on the mouse, but it's actually still placing it for me, so that's pretty cool. And all you got to do to stop is right click again. And so now that that's out of the way, we can eventually just tear all this stuff down. We'll take some screenshots and bring it over to the wastelands. Maybe bring this path over this way. And now that we have nothing else to do, I say we get to work on this courtyard. So let's make it beautiful, guys. Hey, we've got it all done. And let me just ask you real quick to use a little bit of imagination, because there's a lot of blank spots that we're going to need to fill in, but this is definitely going to give y'all a better idea of how like this castle is going to be structured, even though we haven't placed any of the main blocks for it yet. So yeah, this place is looking beautiful. And so we tried to add as many different kinds of flowers as possible and try and be a little bit creative. I like these flower pots. They look like exotic plants. And a wandering trader actually stopped by when I was working on this. And so we snatched his llamas, but we won't tell anyone, will we? So the most painful part of all of this was probably these trees. This one was a little quicker to build. But the one up here, let's run up here real quick. It took a lot longer. It was a lot bigger. And each one of these takes like over 20 minutes to build. So yeah, they kind of stink to build. But yeah, so we got our pretty fountain up here. The water's coming out of some pipes up here. And I put some sea lanterns out there just so it glows at nighttime. And I need to find other ways to light this place up a little bit better, because it's like a mob farm. And so this blank area right here, there's gonna be like a big tall tower where you can access it from down there and up here, and it's gonna go way into the sky. And then we're gonna have some like corridors right here, and then this path is also gonna lead to a building right here. And then both of those, the corridor over here and the building right here, are going to connect to the main face of the castle right here, and it's gonna go way up in the sky and extend way far back there. So we're finally making some, great progress on this. And I also decided to don a crown, because we're kings, and we got our dragon wings too, because that was from Halloween and I just thought they looked cool, so I'm keeping those. So yeah, I'm probably gonna save the rest of the castle for a later video, but let's build the bridge up to the main whatever real quick. So let's do it. And boom, there we go. So this is gonna lead up to the castle. There's gonna be a big old door right here. And yeah, we're gonna use beacons for this just cause we're rich. And yeah, this actually took me kind of a while to do, because we do have a wither skeleton farm. It isn't the best, but it worked. And so the only reason I'm building this little part in this episode is so we can get an idea of the build palette for the castle. It's going to be a lot different than the gateway, where that's like red and sandstone and stuff. This is going to be white and blue. So we're going to be using a lot of these warp stems, which we're going to have to build a better farm for. We built one a couple episodes ago, and not gonna work. It's too slow, and we're gonna be using a lot of that. And then we can get like diorite and stuff from villagers, so yeah, we're not too worried about that. And then we're probably gonna use wool, so that's why we built the wheat farm. And I just wanted to fly down here real quick to show you how dangerous it is. It's kind of spooky. I need to light that up. So let's wrap up, head this way, and do our comment of the day. Boop. Ooh. Here we go. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get our comment of the day. Let's get cozy in our chair, punch our computer screen, and there we go. So LP32, and this one's pretty simple. It's by HS Gaming. Which editing software do you use? Thought this one would be a pretty good one to share with y'all, and that's because I know a lot of y'all are trying to make YouTube videos too. And so what I use is DaVinci Resolve, and I swear it is probably the very best thing I have ever used. It's free. You can just look it up on Google. I think the website is like Black Magic Design. And so what makes this better than a lot of the other editing softwares, especially the paid ones, is that you can do literally anything. All the editing you've seen in my videos, the fades, the music, the transitions, everything, all free. There is a paid version, which I don't know what the difference is, because it's so amazing. I'm never worried about, you know, getting anything else. But yeah, I really do recommend that for anyone that wants to start editing their videos a little bit better. And there's like options for YouTube rendering, and you know, it's just all around incredible. So I highly recommend. And so yeah, it seems like we're just kind of wrapping up now. So I want to say a few things. By the time this episode comes out, I'm probably going to be working on making a 1.18 video. So yeah, that comes out November 30th. And I'm super excited for that. And so the thing that sucks is that we're not going to have access to our ReplayMod anymore. For, I don't know, when 1.17 came out, it was probably about a month or so before we could do like any of the cool replay mods. So a lot of this castle, it's gonna have to be put on hold for a while, but maybe at the intro of next episode I'll try and get like a significant chunk of it done, and we'll have a cool time lapse as the intro. And you know, I'm planning on building that tower. Maybe we'll get the tower out of the way. But also Thanksgiving's coming up, so I just want to, you know, wish y'all all a happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all eat a lot of turkey, and as always, I appreciate it so much that y'all are here watching and stay till the end, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye bye.